Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's kind of like, it's not really an unboxing, but it's kind of an unboxing, first impressions kind of thing. This is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde fountain pen ink from the Wearingeul studio ink company. It's a relatively new company on the market. It's a new product on the market. They contacted me and asked if I'd like to look at some of their ink. I said, of course. And this is one of the ones I picked out because I think it is a very cool little product. Now, I will do a full review of this, but you'll see why I needed to do a little first impressions thing. Firstly, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, one of my favorite books. Love it. Also, great musical that I love of this. So, I kind of enjoy the sort of the gothic melodrama of all of this. So let's have a look. So I'm going to take the lid off. It might take me a second. It's a very well put on lid. There we go. And this is what we get. So we get 2 bottles of ink, another little vial there, and a syringe in the foam with some indications of the colours and all of that kind of thing. And then a little card here with the instructions, which they've also provided one in English. So basically they give you this little before thing that says, don't use the needle for medical stuff, don't aim it at your skin, all those kinds of things. And then sort of tells you, dispose of the needle once it's done, not for children under 15 without presence of adults, do not use the ink for any other, purpose other than writing, all the standard sort of stuff. And then the instructions on actually what to do. So the idea is you've got 2 bottles of ink here, both labelled as Henry Jekyll. Now, if you're familiar with the story of Jekyll and Hyde, Dr. Jekyll is a scientist. He's trying to work on the human condition, experiments on himself, turns himself into Edward Hyde, who is a very different personality, the yin and the yang within all of us, if you will. So this vial here, I believe, is the conversion solution. Yes, the experiment of human nature conversion solution. And the idea is that you take 8 milliliters of this using the syringe and you put it into this bottle, which has the extra label on it. And then once it is mixed, you have a Dr. Jekyll and a Mr. Hyde ink. Very, very cool. I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to swab them both up on Tom River paper, just so we can have a quick sort of look. And then as I said, I'll do a full review of the set and everything later on, and I'll cover all the information and stuff then as well. But let's do this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this vial of this conversion solution. This arrived in the mail yesterday, and I really wanted to get this video done because I think it's really interesting. Okay, then we've got a syringe here. Yep. Put the end on there. Now, it is a blunted syringe, so though they say don't do that, just to prove that it's, not a stabby needle. Okay, then I'll take this vial here, or this bottle here. Open that up, I'm going to be able to put 8 milliliters of this into there. Let's see if I can do this without making too much of a mess. So, is it 8? Inject 8 milliliters, which is more than the syringe can actually hold. So I'm going to do it in a 2 4s. Okay, there's one lot of 4 and into there, and then the second lot of 4. Well, that's all of it. So, oh no, there's still more. So the needle doesn't actually, it's pretty much empty, I think. So we've got the 2 lots of 4 out of there. Just going to pop these aside on some paper towel I've got on hand here. Put that lid back on. Actually, I might just quickly dab this there. They do say do not use the conversion solution as ink, as straight. I think the consistency and everything like that would not do well for a pen. Okay, and then they say give this a gentle shake. Don't we love science? There's a theatrical nature to all of this, which I really quite enjoy. This is obviously it's fountain pen ink, but we're getting like a bit of an experience creating it, which that's kind of fun. Like, that is fun. Okay, so giving that a gentle shake. And then the idea is that you then take this label off the front to reveal a label underneath that says Edward Hyde. Like, that's just fun. Like, more than anything, that's fun. Like, I really enjoy the fact that, like, you're not just given 2 bottles of ink, one Henry Jekyll and one Edward Hyde. You're given the Henry Jekyll ink in both, and then you put something in it. So he gives himself the needle in the novel, and then turns into Hyde, and that's sort of what we've done here. So let's see them, shall we? So let's start with Henry Jekyll, because like, this is how it is in its original form. So it's got a glass dip pen here. So we'll go Wearingeul. And this is the Henry Jekyll ink. Like, it looks very nice on the paper. It's a lovely sort of, I suppose, burgundy, sort of browny red, which, yep, no problems with that at all. Let's now just do a little bit of a swab of it. It's a nice colour. Like, it's kind of, I kind of like the, it does have like a gothic-y kind of feel, and I think this set does in general, like the gold print on the black box and these little vials and syringes and all those kinds of things. It's kind of very cool. Okay, so I've cleaned off the glass dip pen, and let's try this Edward Hyde now that we've put the conversion solution in it. And this is the Edward Hyde. And it's a beautiful sort of, I suppose it's a purpley, dark, rich purpley black kind of colour. It's got hints of the brown coming through that you can see from the original for sure, but a really lovely depth and sort of that nice, oh, I've gone out of frame, sorry about that, put that back in. Yeah, look at that. So you do get 2 very distinct inks, and the fun of that, just actually like, the fact that you've taking the label off to reveal something that's hidden underneath, like, it's so on brand with the novel, and with the sort of that this is inside you all the time, and like, yeah, that's kind of, I really get it, I really enjoy it. So looking at these 2 colors, like, they're still very wet, so I think that particularly Edward Hyde here, I think he's going to sheen quite a bit by the looks of it. Like, starting to already get hints of that in some of the, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but yeah, so we've got this lovely sort of burgundy red kind of color changed to this sort of rich dark purple, and I think there's a lot of depth there, which is really interesting. So I really enjoy this set. Like, I think that comes through. Like, I love this kind of thing where it's not just, like, it's not just another ink. You don't just get a couple of inks here in a set. You're given a little experience, a bit of fun, and while it's a one-time thing, I've just done it here, on camera for you, it's still kind of very cool because, as I said, it's a bit of a fun, it's a bit of science and theatre, and I wish more ink brands would do interesting things like this. Like, I know there are ink mixing sets and things, but like, just having the extra label on the bottles and things like that just makes such a difference. And you're not just mixing colors here. You're telling a story. You are actually telling a story. And if you're familiar with the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of framework and idea, This is very, very cool. So thank you to Wearingeul for sending this out to me for a review that will come. They also sent me another beautiful ink, their ink called Lost, which is a beautiful like blue-grey colour. So I'll be doing reviews of all of this over the next little while. I just really wanted to get this out because I think this is a really, really cool product. And I think it's going for sale on Amazon and things like that fairly soon. So I'll as soon as that link is available, I'll include that in the video description. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you found this interesting and useful, and I certainly found it interesting and fun. Yeah, so like and subscribe, hit the notifications button. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, let me know. If there's a way you'd like to support the channel like Wearingeul did by sending me this ink for these videos, I would really love to hear from you. In the meantime, enjoy your inks and your storytelling, and I'll talk to you soon.